Hey guys, Brian Gasperson, Double Diamond Executive with Zalise. What I'm about to show you is the opportunity of the CBD industry that we're experiencing currently. I'm going to show you what CBD does, what it impacts, and also the financial opportunity that you can do as well. Stay tuned for this short video and tell us if you're interested in learning more.
Thank you everybody for coming on. Hopefully, if you've heard this presentation before, I can give you a few nuggets to use that I enjoy. I definitely love talking about these products and what they've done and the stories behind them. But also, just if this is your first time on, just reach back to the person that invited you, but hopefully we can give you some insight about what is behind these products and why they work so well. So let's dive in with the inspiration that comes from behind the doors of Zalise. Many people don't know that Zalise started off as a company that was making multivitamins for all over the world. Stephen, our founder, traveled to Haiti, and he was very impacted by the widespread problem with malnutrition that he saw. And so he came in, I think in about mid 2015, and started Zalise, which actually means multiplying nutrition. And his dream at that time had absolutely nothing to do with a hemp plant. It was about providing good nutrition from the beginning in prenatal vitamins and with all ages for multivitamins in Haiti and in other countries. And he believed and had the desire to match every single cell we made one for one. And he's done that. He's continued to do that. I'm excited to say that right now, through the end of April, he has doubled that impact. And that's a huge deal. So we're giving away millions of multivitamins and prenatal vitamins every single day. And he's doubled that just because of everything that's going on. You know, being pregnant suppresses the immune system. Expectant mothers have a higher risk for this disease. They're in the category for that. And then, of course, impoverished women have even a higher. I mean, you can imagine if you're not getting the nutrition that you need, you're going to be much more susceptible. Your immune system's going to be deprived. And so we are hoping that we can continue to make a difference and double the difference that we're making by sending these multivitamins and prenatal vitamins to other countries. And so we're excited that we're going to get an opportunity to do that through April 30th. So let me tell you a little bit about Stephen and Angie. I actually have crossed paths with Stephen in the charity world. We've served on a couple of the same boards at different times. We never served together. We had never met each other. We have so many mutual friends. It's shocking that we had never met, but we hadn't. But I consider him a mentor. I was from the salon industry. I'm a stylist. I'm still behind the chair after 42 years. And so the only product I had ever sold was shampoo. And sometimes I was great at that. And sometimes I was one of the stylists that fell into the hole of forgetting to mention it. And so I'm sure I've had some customers buy their shampoo at the grocery store, which is a huge no-no. And it just comes from simply not asking them and telling them about what I recommend. And so that's really what this has been about for me, is just the amazing results that I had myself, and sharing that is where this business has grown from. But Stephen does it best. He's been an ambassador since really in his 20s. He's been a huge part of this industry. And when I think about Zalise and I hear him talk about the numbers of the growth, as a business owner and owning the salon where my team is, I just can't even wrap my hand around 500%. I mean, we're excited. We have in our industry, we have a contest, for lack of a better word, that features your top salons in the country. And you fall into that category when you're like 16% and above. So when I see 500%, I'm amazed at that. I'm excited to be part of a company that's got that type of growth. And you just, can't look at Forbes. I think we were in Forbes. Zalise was in Forbes last year 2 or 3 times. These are some of the different, if you're looking on your screen, these are some of the different publications, national publications that Zalise was featured in last year. I think Angie is the perfect partner for Stephen. She's got such a great business brain as well. And I will tell you that we're lucky enough to have her as a client at the salon. And many times I have pulled her in my office and gotten her opinion on things and how to proceed with something as well. So they're both a very sharp couple that's leading a great company. So if you asked me, what is CBD, and I knew I had a few other slides to go through and needed to wrap it up, I would tell you these things. CBD was recently discovered as far as the cannabinoid and being used for the health, because the system and the science behind CBD is called the endocannabinoid system. And that science was only discovered in like 1993. And so that's why we're hearing more and more about CBD. CBD is a plant-based compound, and it is from the hemp plant, not the marijuana plant. Just to give you some real quick science about that, the marijuana plant is super high in THC, very low in CBD, and the hemp plant is high in CBD and low in THC. And so no matter how hard you try, no matter how many drops of your CBD that you take, you are not going to get high from CBD. It just doesn't work that way. What it does do, though, is bring balance back to that science system, that endocannabinoid system that's running through your body. And just with life and stress and aging and disease and things like that, that system gets out of balance. And CBD has been proven to bring balance back to that system. And when that happens, you're going to feel better. And you may feel something completely different than what I feel. So let me share with you just a little bit about what I felt. My chiropractor dropped off a bottle of CBD for me in October of 2018. He said, get this in your body and I'll check back with you in a couple of days. Well, before he could check back with me, I called him and said, tell me about this. What is it? And he is a very, very, very intelligent man with a very scientific brain. And what I just told you about the science of CBD and the hemp plant, he went way beyond that. And he also is a smart businessman. And he started telling me about this industry and what it was going to do. But that's not what had my attention at the time. It was what it was doing to my body. And those things were, it was relieving pain. I've been standing, behind the chair for many years, and I could feel that in my back and in my hips and my legs. It relieved that. What I didn't know is that I was carrying some stress from being the salon owner and being in charge of a pretty big group of men and women. And the biggest thing that we noticed, or I should say probably the thing we noticed the fastest, was the sleep support. So if Christopher was to walk up here right now, he would tell y'all that I didn't sleep. I could fall asleep, but I couldn't stay asleep. And once I woke up, I was awake for the night. And so that's the very first thing we noticed in those first few days, is how good I could sleep. Other little things that I noticed is just better skin. One of the things that was really amazing to Christopher and I is every year I have kind of just seasonal stuff that I consistently go through. And I went an entire year without some of those health issues that normally come up just with the different seasons changing. And so I know, and the research I've done in the past 2 weeks for sure, CBD is a huge booster to our immune system, and it gives great support. So right now, for those of you that are on the call and hearing about the product for the first time, there is no better time for you to start CBD and get it into your system. But it just improves general wellness as well. And then a biggie for me and my brothers and our entire family is the cognitive support that it gives. And if you haven't studied that, I would recommend, and I'll be saying this to you several times throughout this presentation on the next few slides, is Google it. If you have not Googled the benefits of CBD, put in different situations, things that you've got going on with your body, and look at the results that you can get with that have studies behind it. So I want to introduce you to Ultracell. It's the leading CBD on the market. And let me tell you a few reasons why. The very first reason, and what you see a diagram of here, is that it's full spectrum. CBD can come in an isolate, which means pretty much what all's in the bottle is CBD. You're going to get some benefits from that because CBD does things. But when you take CBD and you use the entire hemp plant to make it, it's called full spectrum. When it's full spectrum, it has 400 different compounds of proteins and omegas and vitamins and minerals and terpenes and flavonoids that are in that product. And so far, we know of 113 different cannabinoids that are in that plant, doing things to our body, repairing our body, helping our health, building our immune system. And what I love about Zalease, well, you're going to hear me say that a lot. One of the things I love about Zalease and the Ultracell brand is that we have a choice of how we can get it into our customers' bodies, and every body responds differently. Some people, you can see there the little jar, that's our topical. At our house, we call that the 15-second miracle. My husband uses it. He's got a foot thing with golf. He's got a shoulder that he uses it on, and he believes that within seconds he can feel the relief. So topical is a good friend of ours. I'll tell you a couple other little secrets about the topical. We keep it at the salon. I literally had a stylist last week walk around the corner into my office, and she was in tears. She was really hurting. She's got some physical issues that she deals with, and we rubbed that on her neck and sent her back to her client. And I would say maybe about 10 or 12 minutes later, she comes back around the corner with a big grin on her face. And she's like, I know that stuff works, but every time it blows my mind. And so if you haven't tried the topical, it's a great way too, if you're working with someone and talking to someone that has that direct source of pain that they're needing relief for, topical is definitely their friend. So love topical. But then we have our CBD in a sublingual form that goes under your tongue, hold it 30 seconds. It comes in 3 flavors, berry, lemon, and raw. Ladies, one of the things I love about raw, I've totally switched. I used to use berry. I use the raw flavor now because not only can I put it under the tongue and use it for my daily dose of CBD, but I also can use it as a face serum. And every time that I use that on a regular basis, and I'm good about my skincare regimen, I see great results. If I get away from it, I'll start seeing some of the things come back. So if you haven't tried raw as your serum, face serum, you can use it for that as well. And then we have our new powder. So the CBD powder, one tiny little scoop, and I meant to bring it up here and I didn't, but you throw that scoop into your water and you can drink that. I do it in the morning because I like the way that it helps with some of the issues that I'm looking for relief in the morning straight off. But you can divide that up. I've got a couple of customers. In fact, one of them today came by and picked up product, and she said she's been doing half a scoop in the morning, half in the afternoon. That's what's great about CBD is you can change it up. You can lower your dose. You can split your dose up. You can take it in the morning, take it in the evening, whatever you find that works best for you. But because of that full spectrum, you're going to get results quick. And then we've got something for our pets as well. So we have 2 family pets. We have a big, huge cat that is just a freak, and he's grumpy, and he gets real anxious at night. There's something we in fact read recently that it could be the lights, because we back up to a busy street, and they talked about that might be what gets him going at night. So he's so calm, he sleeps all day, and then nighttime comes and he comes crazy. So we have started giving him about 6 drops of the pet CBD at night, and you'll watch how quickly it calms him down. Great for an aging pet, great for pets that are anxious from storms and loud noises, people, things like that. So highly recommend that. Couple things I want to show you across the bottom of this slide is that are also important when you're looking at CBD is that it's from hemp grown in the USA. The hemp is a very porous plant, so that's super important that it's from a healthy farm that's not using chemicals in the soil. And then the QR code. When you use your phone or an app, you can run across this QR code that's on every single bottle, and it will tell you exactly what's in every batch. So we're so transparent. And then we get the U.S. Hemp Authority certification. Been doing my homework on this and really studying it, and I can now say, do not buy CBD unless it has this U.S. Hemp Authority certification, because there are so many brands out there. It's like shampoo. There's crud, and then there's super good shampoos. One of them's going to take all the color out of your hair, and your hair is going to be frizzy. It's not going to be shiny. The other one's going to make your hair beautiful. Same thing with CBD. You can get something that either doesn't have any CBD in it, has too much THC, just different things. And with this certification, they've been very closely looked at, and it has to pass a lot of different points to be able to get this certification. So don't take CBD unless it's from hemp grown in the U.S., and I think has the QR code on it because that's just so transparent, but also that it's been certified by the U.S. Hemp Authority. The technology that sets Ultracell apart is pretty simple. Our body's made mostly of water, CBD is an oil. Water and oil don't mix. And so Zalise has the technology and the science to make that oil water soluble. And what that does is just blows up the absorption rate. So you can look at this clinical study that Zalise did. They hired a third party. Boy, that sounded Texan. They hired a third party company and gave 20 different people a dose of CBD. And they started testing their blood within that first hour. And you can see that it jumps up to 50, 60, almost 70%. But in the second hour, it takes another big jump to 80, all the way up to 94%. If you compare this to other brands of CBD, their normal average absorption rate is 7 to 10%. That's a huge difference. So what that does is you can have lower milligrams with a higher absorption rate. You don't have to take as much. It's going to stay in your body longer. You're going to feel the results quicker, and you're going to feel them longer throughout the day. And so it's by far the best value on the market with your CBD. So how can you boost your results? There are several different ways. CBD alone, stands alone, fantastic product, is going to definitely improve your health. But Zalise didn't want to be just a CBD company, so they provided us these different boosters that can really either enhance the way your CBD works, or if you've got a particular issue that you're needing a little bit more of a booster with, we have those. And so Ultra Dream, we sell about an average of 6 bottles of Dream a day at our salon located in Flower Mound, because 77% of Americans don't sleep. And so, like I was telling y'all, I had a huge issue with sleep. In the beginning, when I first got on CBD, my chiropractor had me taking it at night, which worked great. When heard Brian talking quite often about Dream, tried it, took a big old dropper full, was like, well, I guess I can kind of tell, kind of felt a little still little sluggish the next morning, and have learned from our different medical advisory board that it doesn't take but a little bit. So 3 drops of Dream will put me to sleep, and I'll stay asleep until my alarm goes off. And that was my nighttime regimen by itself for many, many months. And then we came out with CBG. CBG is the baby of the hemp plant and cannabinoid. If you're looking at the science of it, when the plant is first growing, it's very high in CBG. And it takes a lot of cutting edge science to come up with CBG in a bottle. We're one of the few national companies that have a CBG product that stands alone. CBG is great for the gut. It's great for pain. And for me, it makes me sleepy. So I take a tiny bit of CBG and a little bit of Dream, and I get the best quality sleep that I've ever gotten. Edge is probably, I say this about every one of them, my personal favorite, just because it's so important to me to have good, strong mental brain health. And Edge has ingredients in it that not only help you to have great cognitive thinking and focus, but there's several ingredients in it that not only help your brain be healthy today, but in the future, and it'll give you a lot of energy. So for those of you that are using energy drinks and things like that, put one big scoop of Ultra Edge into your water a couple of times a day, and you'll have plenty of energy and won't need those drinks. But you also get the cognitive thinking and the focus benefits from Edge at the same time. Ice is our product that I say, if you have something in your body that's hurting and you would put ice on it, you would want to take ice. It's full of turmeric and other natural anti-inflammatory products or ingredients that are great for helping with inflammation in the body. Less inflammation, better health. And then Burn is my friend right now, because let me tell you what, if I'm not working and have my hands in someone's hair, I think my hands need to be in, I was going to say the cookie jar, but it doesn't even matter. I just want to eat. And so with Burn, I can take a scoop of Burn and put it in my same thing of water in the morning with my Edge and with my CBD, but then I do it 2 more times. I do it at noon, and then I do it about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which really helps with that nighttime snacking. Burn is great for curbing the appetite, reducing your cravings, converting sugar to energy in your body. But for those of you who haven't tried Burn, and particularly the powder, you will find that it really helps with mood. It will really, really improve your mood. And with right now, if you're a people person like me and you're used to seeing a lot of people all day long, and now all of a sudden we've been told to stay home and not see friends, this is a fantastic way to help your just getting through those days as well. So you combine burn and edge, you're just going to feel better generally with your CBD as well. You can buy those in the bundles like that and save money. So I covered a lot really quickly about the product because I could sit and talk to you about these products. If you enjoy science like I do, and you enjoy the just understanding why something works, Google those different products. Ask the person that invited you to hear this call today to get you the different resource sheets on those products. You can see the ingredients that are in them, the natural ingredients. Do a little bit of study on that and look at what all they can do for your health. A booster is a fantastic word for those. So I'm going to move into the opportunity. The first thing I want to tell you about the opportunity is this reached up and grabbed Christopher and I by surprise. I love what I do. I love the salon industry. I love being a leader there. I've done many of my clients for over 30, 35 years. So I was set, but we had a dream. We were walking to our car and saw a piece of land, and we had a dream of moving our salon that way. And there is no way we ever could have achieved this dream without Zalise. I couldn't have cut enough hair to buy this land, but it's allowed us to do that. And it's allowing us to set new goals for our future and for our retirement. So I just want to walk you through what that looks like. You may be looking your why, where mine is, I'm 58 years old and here comes hopefully retirement in the next 10 years. And I just feel like I could be in a better position. So what I'm doing now, since we bought that land, is just want to work towards a better, prettier, more fun, more active retirement. And I feel like that comes with having a better retirement account. And so that's my why. But yours may be that you want to, help have a little bit of a nest egg right now. I think for all of us, the time we're going through, my mom always called it a uh-oh fund, and you better have an uh-oh fund because things happen. And I think right now we're all looking and wishing our uh-oh fund was a little bit bigger. You may have someone going off to college. Everybody has a different why, but let me show you how you can work this from anywhere, work from home, especially if you've been told to, be your own boss, but at the same time have a great team to support you, and you can get paid several different ways. The very first thing that happens when you make a decision that you want to be part of this adventure with us, you have retail earnings because you're going to get product. However you decide to come into the business, you're going to get product, you're going to sell it. That happens very, very quickly because you start talking about the benefits and what it's done for you, and you make the difference, of course, between the retail price and what you got the product for at wholesale. Well, Stephen has made that look extremely beautiful for us with a very unique tiered pricing, that the more of it that you buy, the less expensive that it is. So you say, well, Kim, I don't need to buy as much as you do. I don't have a salon. True. But you probably know a salon owner, a chiropractor, a gym. Those are doing really good. And now with our new pet formula, if your groomers, your pet walkers, your vets, people like that, just start kind of thinking outside of the box. So sometimes it's not you yourself, it may be someone you know. But that retail earnings happens immediately as soon as you receive your product. The second way that you start earning is called our binary. And the binary is just the part of Zalise where you build a team. And I was telling you that in the beginning, I wasn't looking at that part. At first, I was going to take the product, then I was going to offer the product at the salon, and people started actually asking me if they could be part of this with us. And so that's what got us to just having a conversation and making a decision that we wanted to give this everything we got for a year and see what happens. Well, we're in our second year now, and I can tell you that it's been already probably so much easier of a business to build than the salon industry, that's for sure. And the way that we did that is just by putting a person on our left and a person on our right. And every single time that you personally sponsor someone, you make up to $130 with that personal referral. But you also can make up to 20% off of your team's referrals. This is paid weekly. It's gone through unlimited levels, but you do have a limit to what you can make per week, it's only $30,000 per week. So I think most of us could do okay with that. Christopher and I are at the national level, working hard to get to presidential because we feel like that's a place where we could achieve those goals that I shared with you. So let's look at just a visual of what that duplication looks like. If you sponsored 2 people in the first month that you joined Zalise, and in the second month you helped those people to sponsor their own 2, and you continue to just wash and repeat that same exact process every single month, within 12 months, there would be 4,096 people on your team. So I'll give you a second to think about that. You've signed up to, you help them to duplicate that process. You've got 4,096 people, and an average BV for a bottle from every single one of those people that's purchasing that, and 20% commission if you came in gold. If you did the math, you're looking at about $15,000 to $16,000. A 6-figure income happens annually very quickly with the power of that duplication. The benefits program is something that I definitely wasn't used to. Most of us who are self-employed don't pay ourselves benefits. Christopher, my husband's from the corporate world, and he gets benefits. He said he has as much come out of his check as they add to it, but he does have extras. But with the self-employed industry, there's many of these that we just aren't accustomed to having. And the first one that Stephen and Angie provide to us is when we reach city rank, we start receiving the blessing bonus. And the blessing bonus is simply given to us to give away. And boy, is that not going to be easy right now. So Christopher and I talk every month about who do we want to bless? How do we want to do this? Do we want to divide it up when we get our check and bless several different people? Do we want to give it to an organization? Do we want to give it to our church or a family member? Right now, I can say that right in my own salon home, there will be people that, got a little bit, felt that one, but definitely got some people that I can bless right now very close to me in my everyday life. And because of Stephen and Angie and this blessing bonus, we'll be able to do that. When those 4 people have signed up for, you can become area rank, and with that comes a Jeep. Christopher and I earned our Jeep on day 28. We did not run out and buy a Jeep because we thought there is no way that a man is going to buy me a Jeep and make the payment. So we waited, and people in our downline under Brian started right in town. We passed by with a Zalise Jeep, and I'm like, we got to check into that. So at about month 3 or 4, we did our research. We bought our Jeep. I have gotten to where I drive it every day. It's kind of taken the place of my car that I had before because it's just so much fun, and because people stop and ask you, what's Zalise? What is Zalise? And it gives you an opportunity to share with them about the product. And then when you've reached the regional rank, you are eligible for healthcare. And I know as a self-employed person, and before I was married to Christopher, this was one of the biggest parts of my expenses that went out every single month. And so for someone to supplement that and to help pay our health care up to $1,500 a month is a huge blessing. And then with presidential, you get incentive for trips, free dream vacation. And then your diamond level now is a lifetime bonus that you could use to buy a bus like the one you see pictured, but you also could use it for something that gets you excited and is part of your lifestyle. So those are our benefits. And then the part of our income, it's called residual income. This is something that probably gets Christopher and I the most excited about the income when we get it each month. It is paid monthly. The reason that it excites us is it's based on something that I do today. So if I set a jar of the CBD powder and a jar of the CBG sublingual on my porch this morning, that person can easily become someone that buys this product from me for life. So I'm going to get paid up to 5% on unlimited generations for forever, as long as they use that product. And we call that mailbox money. I don't have to be standing there doing a haircut to receive that check every month. And we have other bonuses as well, fast starts and residuals and the matching bonus. Another one that's very exciting, especially now that we're going global, is the global bonus pool. And that's where Stephen and Angie take 2% of the income of the company quarterly, and it's divided out amongst the ambassadors that are regional and above. So what does the future look like? I know that I told you I love numbers. I like to look at what I did today and try to make it better the next month. And to be a part of something in the beginning that's exploding is very exciting. We are a $4 billion industry already, and we're projected to grow 250 to 500 times growth. That's going to hit a $2 trillion industry in less than 10 years. So that's just taking a large sum of money that's been going to big pharma and redirecting it to ambassadors with Zalise, because we represent the best CBD products on the market. And these aren't numbers that Stephen put on a slide for us. These are numbers that come from Forbes and Fortune and Time and Newsweek, the Wall Street Journal. So again, if you enjoy numbers like you do science, I ask you to Google the product and the ingredients and see what grabs your attention about that. But I also would say to do your homework and look and Google what this industry is looking to do in the very near future. And I'm asking you to take a look at this and to understand that there is something very important about being at the right place at the right time and being a part of the 10% that jump in on something that's being offered to you today. You didn't have to be part of the formulation where they were making the product and having people try it, or part of the concentration when they would get it out on the shelves and somebody would tell them that it was illegal and we change it. We got to miss all of that. You're part of what is called momentum, and it's getting ready to explode, because if you study multi-level marketing companies, the year after they hit that $50 million marker is when they tend to explode into momentum. And that's where we're sitting today. Zalise did $50 million last year. So if you're a business person and you like studying companies and looking at where they're going and what's going to happen, this is what you want to study, because stability is great, but momentum and being part of that is a whole lot more successful. So how do you get involved? 4 different ways. You can be a wholesale customer. You can come in as a bronze, a silver, or a gold. And let me break down those for you. A wholesale customer is similar to Sam's. You can come in, you're not looking to do a business. You want to be able to get your products at wholesale. And so we have this package for you. You can lock in your position, but you're not going to be qualified to earn as a wholesale customer. You're just going to have access to the products at a wholesale price. But with something great that Stephen's done is he makes it to where you can upgrade it anytime. So the first package and opportunity for that would be the bronze pack. It's $399. I love this because it's got the most popular products available in the package. So if you say to me, one, I'm just going to sell it at the salon, I could have come in bronze and could have ordered wholesale and held my position there, and I would have made 10% off of what was happening below me, but I wanted a bigger difference than that. And so we went in with the bigger package, but you can start at bronze and again upgrade. One of those choices is the silver. Silver is $699. You get more product. You have a higher earning potential. It goes to 15%. Again, you can upgrade anytime. You're starting to get enough product right here to where you could reach out to people. I've been introduced to something. Can I share it with you? Now you've got enough product that you could sell it and get a return on your investment really quickly. You also, with all of these packages, you have a website. You have all kinds of resources in your back office that we are provided to us. We now have an amazing app that we could totally 100% work this business from this app. There's so much good knowledge, videos, resources stored in the app to where I can just send it directly to my customers or to someone that's interested in the business. Christopher and I decided to start at gold because the amount of product was there. I knew by talking about it, I was going to go through it really quickly. And by then I was starting to understand how this system could work. And we wanted to have the highest earning potential available. So we came in at gold. We had enough product. It came in quick. We started talking about it. We had product available to actually work a business from the get-go. So with that gold, you're going to be able to recoup your investment very quickly. You're going to have a profit of up to $700. You're going to have enough product personally for yourself. you're just simply going to get your money back by sharing the product with people and showing them what a healthier life that you've got. And it doesn't matter whether you're coming in at bronze, silver, or gold. I hope that from what I've told you tonight that you can see that there's just a vast possibilities there for not only your health, but for the health of your future income or retirement, whatever your why is. And so I just want you to see, and I'll wrap it up now, but I hope that I've helped you to see what's coming, what's exciting with Zalise, what changes it can make in your life and in your future. I can't wait to meet you personally if you're going to be part of our team. You want to reach back out to the person that invited you to this call. Let them know what interested you the most. Ask them any questions that you have about product. See what level of interest that you have and where you want to come in and be part of it. I want to say to each and every one of you, I appreciate you taking your time to be on the call. I hope that you're doing the things that keep us all well and safe. I look forward to seeing you on another call really soon. And if you ever need anything, please reach out to me. Thank you, everybody.